So, today the NordCast is doing their award ballots for the 2024-25 season. Now, yes, we know the regular season is not over yet when you're probably listening to this. There's about 2 or 3 weeks left. But we're doing it right now because we did the same last year, and last year created a lot of clips. Anthony stole ours. So,
Yep.
we're hoping to have some clips here again, but also just a fun discussion about our overall list. So, we're going to be doing the Jack Adams, the Calder, the Vezina, the Norris, and the Hart trophy all in that order. So let's hop right into it, starting off with the Jack Adams, which goes to the best coach in the NHL. We're not going to do it like, number 5. We're not going to share a number 5. When you go through your list, you're just going to go through your whole top 5, and then we'll take turns. So I'll give it to Jack to start, the big Cubs fan here. His season's already started in pain, so you might as well.
It's been a great start.
Give him some time to go first. Jack, what is your top 5 for the Jack Adams?
All right. For Jack Adams, I only have 3, actually. The last 2 didn't really speak to me, I guess. But number 1, I got Spencer Carberry of the Washington Capitals. Number 2, I got Scott Arniel. And number 3, I got Pete DeBoer.
Ooh, okay. So tell us why you have those guys at those numbers.
Well, I think Carberry is pretty self-explanatory. I mean, what he's doing with the Capitals is just awesome to see, and that was a team who's been pretty mid the last couple of years, and all of a sudden they're first in the league. So I think he's done a great job with that team, and they just mesh so well together, and I think a lot of that has to do with coaching. And then Arniel with Winnipeg. Carter can probably get more into this, but I mean, he's done a great job this year. Similar to what Washington's doing, I'd say. And then Pete DeBoer at number 3. Dallas has been good the last couple of years, and I think this is a year where they make a really deep run. So,
okay, Carter, what's your list looking like?
Yeah, so at number 5, I got Hiller for the LA Kings, 40, 21, and 9. I think that didn't really expect much out of LA, so it was nice to have them there. 4, I got Travis Green from Ottawa, 37, 28, and 5. He's been really good there, and he's kind of really helped change the tide, turn the ship around, and really made them look like a scary team in the East. At number 3, I got Jim Montgomery, 38, 27, and 7. But when he took over, since he took over, they've been 28, 16, and 6. So they've definitely been improving and have been the best team since the Four Nations break. At number 2, I have Spencer Carberry from Washington. I think this one's self-explanatory. They're the best team points-wise in the league. Skill-wise, they can't beat my number 1 in Scott Arniel. I think both of those coaches are very interchangeable. I think that everyone kind of expected a big fall-off out of Winnipeg, especially after their performance, and then Rick Bowness leaves, and it's like, well, where are they going to go for coaching? And I think Scott Arniel really hit it perfectly. And then as going back to Spencer Carberry, again, I think that he's done a heck of a job for Washington, as no one really saw Washington as a big threat in the East, and I think that he's really made them the number 1 team to beat in the East.
I already wrote down Arniel before you said Arniel, because I just knew it was coming.
Yeah,
I'm shocked Montgomery's on the list for you, because he's done a really good job with the Blues, but he came in there midway through. I can't really remember the last time a guy who was hired midway through the year ended up getting the Jack Adams or being a finalist in Carter's sense. We had the conversation with Chris Knobloch last year because the Oilers had an unreal comeback from where they were. But yeah, it'd be pretty cool to see Montgomery at least be in there as a finalist. I definitely think he's going to get some votes, especially with how St. Louis has been on this hot streak. I think he could get some votes for sure. My top 5. Number 5 for me, and this really bars on if they make the playoffs, but they kind of fall into number 5 for me, just in a sense that they haven't been that great recently. Dean Evison of the Columbus Blue Jackets. If you told me at the beginning of the season that Evison was going to be, or that Columbus was going to be in the playoff race, I would have been shocked. So I think Evison gets a lot of credit there. You obviously start off with a tragedy with the passing of Johnny Gaudreau, and the Blue Jackets rally around that, and they seem to go on this just awesome run that they were on throughout most of the season, and it was great. However, recently they have kind of fallen off a little bit and haven't been as great, and looking like it's not going to be good for them to make the playoffs. So they're like, I look at him in a light as I did John Tortorella last year, to where like him being a finalist or him winning it completely barred on if his team made the playoffs. And I think it's the same thing there for Vezina and the Blue Jackets as well. Number 4, I actually went with, and hear me out on this one, I went with Marty St. Louis from Montreal. Nobody expected Montreal. Well, I shouldn't say nobody, but a lot of people didn't expect Montreal to be where they are right now. And to be honest, if they do break into the playoffs, I think there is a very good chance that Marty St. Louis will win the award, honestly, because I think that a lot of people expected for Montreal to be decent, but nobody expected them to really be above 500, be in the wild card race. Nobody really expected that. And now we see how, the team has played with St. Louis. I think that he should be in the conversation, at least as of right now. Number 3, I'm kind of repeating the same things the guys have been repeating, but Travis Green at number 3 for the Ottawa Senators. It really wasn't that big of a surprise that Ottawa finally broke into the playoffs and is likely going to make it this year. Again, there's a lot of time left in the season. They could very well fall out of the race even still. They have 12 more games left, but overall, I think that the way the Senators have kind of turned it around has been incredible, and Travis Green's been in the front of that. There were a lot of doubters when Green was hired as the head coach, and seeing him come in and become that guy, I think, has been awesome. Number 2, I know we all have the same top 2, to be honest. I'm going with Scott Arniel at number 2. Nobody really expected for the Jets to be where they are right now, and they've kind of come out of nowhere in these last couple of whole season, and have just been awesome, breaking the franchise record for the most wins, or most longest win streak. I believe they can break their franchise record for the most. Carter, do you know their franchise record for the most wins in a season?
50-some?
Yeah, so I think it's more likely than not that they do break that record. I think they're 1 or 2 wins away from 50. So yeah, Arniel has been great this year, coming in for Bonus, who retired, and we felt like there was going to be a regression with the Winnipeg Jets, but we definitely didn't think they were going to be first or second in the NHL. And then number 1, Spencer Carberry. To be honest, I had Carberry and the Capitals finishing just outside of the playoffs, just looking in, and I didn't really think they were going to do much of anything, and they have looked just so consistent and so successful throughout the entire season. So I'm going with Spencer Carberry there at number 1. So to recap, the Jack Adams Award for each of us. Jack has Carberry 1, Arniel 2, DeBoer 3. Carter has Arniel 1, Carberry 2, Montgomery 3, Green 4, Hiller 5. And then I have Carberry 1, Arniel 2, Green 3, St. Louis 4, and then Vezina 5 for the Jack Adams. So that's 1 award. We got 4 to go, I'm pretty sure here. Now we're going to move into the Calder Trophy, which has been one that for me has been a little bit controversial. The Calder Trophy is based off of the Rookie of the Year award. Jack, I got to ask, do you have 5 for this one?
I do have 5.
Okay, good. All right, give me your top 5 for the Calder, but go 5 to 1. I forgot to mention
5 to 1? Okay.
Yeah.
Number 5, you guys aren't going to like this one. It's Cutter Gauthier. He's young. He's younger than most rookies, and I think he's had a really good year with Anaheim. Definitely a bright spot for them. Number 4, I got Mitch Kov. You guys are going to love that one. He's had a good year. Everyone, I think, expected him to have a decent year, but I think he's gone a little bit above expectation, so he's going to take my 4th spot. What?
I was like, Tortorella.
Oh, yeah.
Because I blame him for why he hasn't been as good as he...
Yeah, and that's a good point, too. He could easily be higher. And then number 3, Dustin Wolf. He's had a great year for a goaltender. I like him a lot. He's a good goalie. And then number 2, Lane Hudson. Lane Hudson's just been unreal. And I think he would win the Calder if Macklin Celebrini was not a rookie. So,
ooh, okay, I like that. All right, Carter, I'm very intrigued to hear your list. I hope you don't have Cutter Gauthier at number number 5.
No, Cutter Goche is actually last in my Calder rankings, like below someone with 0. So number 5, I got Will Smith, 13 goals, 23 assists, 36 points. He's been very, very helpful in that Sharks team. He's really had some bright spots after a slow start. Number 4, I got Matvey Mishkov, 20 goals, 31 assists for 51 points. He's looked very solid as well. I think that, without, as we said, Tortorella, he'd be playing at a much higher level. Like, he'd probably be close to 40 points and 25 goals, but he's been getting sat a lot, so not very ideal there. Number 3, I got Macklin Celebrini, 21 goals, 31 assists for 52 points. He's been very good after his injury and everything. He came back and he looked absolutely unreal. So glad to see that he didn't really lose any steps. Number 2, I got Dustin Wolf, 24 wins, a 2.64 goals against average, and a 911 save percentage. He's been really good for Calgary. One of the biggest reasons that they're still even in the playoff race right now. And then number 1, I got Lane Hudson, 5 goals, 49 assists for 54 points. Unbelievable as a rookie. And just the way that he skates and how he's really helped change the game for Montreal, especially on that back end, has really, really shown up.
You had Michkov at 4, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of missed that. Sorry. All right. Yeah. Okay. So we all have different, or Carter and Jack have different number 1s. We'll see what mine is in a second
and
here.
2s and 3s.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, you're right. So,
and
you guys
5s.
are like very versatile. Yeah, indeed, actually. The only one you guys agree on is Michkov. And I agree on Michkov at number 4, too. We'll get into that in a second. My top 5, number 5, I also have Cutter Gauthier, unfortunately. I think he's been a good spot for Anaheim this year. I think that he's been a little bit slow, including talking shit to the Flyers. I mean, effed around and found out, but he still had a decent year this year. I think he's shown that he has a bright future ahead for sure. Number 4, I hate to do it. It breaks my heart, but I got to go with Matvey Michkov at number 4. I don't think it's entirely his fault as to why he's at number 4. He first off picked the wrong year to come in and be the rookie for the Flyers because Dustin Wolf's lighting it up, Celebrini's playing great, and Hudson's breaking defenseman records. And also, too, I do blame a lot of it on Tortorella for trying to bench him and not giving him enough time on the ice to show off his creativity and all that. I do think he leads the he's second in goals. He was leading the goals at one point in the Calder race, but anyways. Number 3, I got Macklin Celebrini as well. I think for Celebrini, to be honest, he is very talented. He's actually doing a lot in lesser games than a lot of these other players. So I think you got to give credit there to Celebrini, but I value these other 2 players more than I value him. Number 2, I'm going with Dustin Wolf. I think Wolf, honestly, he could very well win the Calder Trophy. I think if Calgary gets into the playoffs and Wolf kind of backstops them there the rest of the way, I could see it, but it seems like St. Louis has kind of run away with that Calder race. I mean, I don't really know, or the Calder race, the Western Conference race. So I don't really know there. And then at number 1, I got Lane Hudson, who has been breaking defenseman records, has been racking up assists, making plays. I've seen a lot of criticism online about his defensive play and how he is not good defensively and all that. And I get that on a level. But here's the unfortunate truth. The Calder, a lot of what the Calder Trophy is based off of is just points. Whoever's leading in points, you're almost guaranteed a finalist. It doesn't really look at the all-around play. I'm sure there's going to be some players and some voters who are going to vote that way. But you look at Hudson, he's on Montreal. He's had a great offensively touted season. Maybe his defensive game is something he can improve on, but I think the offensive side of a defenseman like Hudson's game is going to put him ahead of everybody else in the fact that he's just running away with everything there. So yeah, that is the Calder Trophy rankings for all 3 of us. Let's jump into the Vezina Trophy. The Vezina Trophy is the one that I'm very intrigued about. The Vezina Trophy is awarded to the best goaltender. So we'll let Jack go first, and let's see what he's got for this time. Jack, what is your top 5 for the Vezina?
5-1.
Yes.
Okay, number 5, I got Joey Dackard. Before the trade, he was excellent. He's kind of regressed a little bit, but he's still been very good this year. Number 4, Philip Gustafson from Minnesota. He's had a great year. Also a pretty solid defense core around him, which helps his case. Number 3, Andre Vasilevsky. A little bit of a bounce back year for him. He's always been so good, and yeah, I have him at my 3 spot. Number 2, Logan Thompson from Vegas has had a very good year. And then number 1, pretty self-explanatory, is Connor Hellebuck.
Good job, Jack. No off the board picks, and I guess Dackard's kind of off the board, but I like that.
Yeah.
Dackard's been decent this year for Seattle, even though they've been absolutely hot garbage. He still put up really good numbers. All right, Carter, what do you got?
All right. Well, I feel like I'm going to be taking over and getting clipped here. My number 5, I got Darcy Kemper. 25 wins, a 210 goals against average, and a 919 save percentage. He's been really good for the LA Kings there. He's really been a big bright spot on that back end. Dustin Wolf is going to be my number 4. I think that he can crack the top 5. It might be a little bit harder now that they're a little bit further out of the playoff race. But he's got a good test against Dallas, I think, tonight, if he does start. So if he plays really well, I think that that's really going to help his case for the Vezina as well. Number 3, I got Andre Vasilevsky, 34 wins, 2.22 goals against, and a 920 save percentage. He's looking absolutely unreal. Not exactly like the amount of wins that you expect out of Andre Vasilevsky, but he's been performing really well and is right at the heels of my number 1. But before that, my number 2, Logan Thompson, 31 wins, a 232 goals against average, and a 917 save percentage. Again, that Washington team is so good, and he's been absolutely unreal between the pipes for them as well. When I watched the Jets Capitals game, he made a lot of very good saves and just looked absolutely unreal as well. And then my number 1, I think it's obvious, it is Connor Hellebuck, 41 wins, a 206 goals against average, and a 924 save percentage. It would be unbelievable if we could get him to like below 2 goals against average, but that seems pretty impossible right now. So yeah.
I mean, at one point he had more shutouts than he did regulation losses, which is just like just
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like actually like almost illegal that he's playing that good. Yeah, I like that. I'm glad I'm not the only one that had Dustin Wolf in their top 5, because I had Wolf at number 5. I mean, again, like how valuable he's been this year to the Calgary Flames, it's unmatched. I even saw some people talking like about how he could get Hart votes. And I'm going to be blunt right now. I did not put Dustin Wolf in my top 5. But I don't think it's crazy that he does get votes and ends up being like a player that does getting a couple of votes in there. But I'm not saying that he's going to be like top 5 or win the Hart Trophy. That won't happen. But I think he's definitely like one of the guys like outside of the top 5 that may be in the conversation. Number 4 for me, I actually went with Mackenzie Blackwood from Colorado. I think he looked good in the first couple of games there in San Jose, and then was obviously traded over to the Avalanche and has been pretty good coming over there since. I think he's kind of changed a lot of things for the Avalanche. You can maybe argue that, he's in front of a really good team and all that, and I guess I get that argument, but I think Blackwood at number 4 is nice. I actually have Logan Thompson at number 3. I like how Thompson's played this year. I do think, though, he has cooled off a little bit, comparatively speaking. He still has very good numbers, still has been a very good goalie this year, but he's kind of cooled off, in my opinion, which is why I have Andre Vasilevsky at number 2. Vazzy, for me, has had an awesome year with Tampa Bay, especially down this stretch in the second half of the year. And then at number 1, I don't think it should come as a surprise to literally anybody whatsoever, but I have Connor Hellebuck at number 1 there. Just I think that it's almost consensus that he is going to win the that he's going to win the Vezina, honestly. Carter, I got to ask you this one thing though, because I'm not allowed to bet. What is like the betting odds for Hellebuck to win the Vezina? Because it's probably like
like minus 2,000 or something crazy.
Yeah,
I'll check right now.
Weird. So yeah, like that just clearly shows that the odds of him getting the Vezina trophy is like, it's almost confirmed at this point. Like, it'd be a massive shocker if he doesn't end up winning the
I
award.
think it was like minus 4,000 when I checked.
Yeah, it's wild. So
Yeah.
I think like,
I don't even know. I can't even check on here.
yeah, I don't even know if you can like bet on it. So yeah, that's like the craziest part. Okay, let's move on from that to the Vezina trophy, the Norris trophy. We just did the Vezina. The Norris is based off of the league's best defenseman. So we'll let Jack go first. Jack, who are your top 5 defenders this season?
Number 5, I got Josh Morrissey. He's been having a great year on a pretty good team. And then number 4, I got Evan Bouchard. He's really proven himself. I think last year everyone was kind of shocked that he had such a good year, but now this year it's like he's proved himself. This guy's a solid defenseman, and he's putting up the points too. So, and then number 3, I got Zach Werenski. He's been unreal this year. Just such an all-around player, and he's really carried that Columbus team this year to where they are. And number 2, I got Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes has always been so good. And number 1, I got Cale Makar.
Ooh, okay. All right. Carter, what's your list looking like?
Well, number 5, I got the trophy that this guy is named after, Josh Norris. 12 goals, 43 assists, 55 points. He's been the best defenseman on the Winnipeg Jets for so long and a true number 1. Number 4, I got Rasmus Dahlin, one of the few bright spots on the Buffalo Sabres roster. 13 goals, 42 assists, 55 points as well. Number 3 and 2 are very close for me. But at number 3, I'm going to go Zach Werenski. I think he's been a very big, important part to this Columbus team. 20 goals, 49 assists for 69 points. And then number 2, I got Quinn Hughes. He's dealt with a lot of injuries this time, but I think that you take him off of this Vancouver team, and they're actually horrible. 16 goals, 52 assists, 68 points. And then my number 1, I think it's obvious, Cale Makar, 27 goals, 55 assists for 82 points. Literally the best defenseman in the National Hockey League.
Yeah, I can totally see that. All right, my list is a little bit different than theirs, but not necessarily at number 5. Number 5, I also have Josh Morrissey. I think Morrissey's had an incredible year. It's really unfortunate that he's playing in a league where Cale Makar and Adam Fox exist, or Cale Makar and Quinn Hughes and Werenski, all of them exist, because otherwise he would be winning the Norris trophy left and right, but it's just the way it is, and unfortunately he's not able to get in there and get maybe he'll get one towards the end of his career, but it doesn't seem like that's very likely, at least as of right now. Number 4, I've been balancing around number 4 a lot. I'm gonna go with Rasmus Dahlin. I don't trust Bouchard's defensive game. Again, I know the Norris trophy is just a lot of it is just points, to be honest with you, so I get that. But I think overall, I gotta go with Dahlin at 4. Number 3, and this is where things get very, very interesting for me. I have been thinking about this a lot this week, and there haven't been a lot of shell shockers. Give me Quinn Hughes at number 3. I mean, to be honest with you, I think that he's had a great season, has been immensely valuable to the Vancouver Canucks. But I just think the other 2 above him have been more valuable, as well as that too. Quinn Hughes has been missing some games as well. Number 2, give me Werenski. I think Werenski is just the year he's had since, the start of the year has been just absolutely unbelievable. He's been immensely valuable to the Columbus Blue Jackets on what is a terrible blue line. And then number 1, I got Cale Makar. Honestly, I could see a world where you swap Makar and Hughes. I may end up even doing that, but right now I'm going with Makar at number 1 for my list there for the Norris. All right, moving on then to the final award in our little ballot lister thing here. We got the Hart Trophy, so I'm gonna let Jack take it away here for the final award. Jack, what do you got?
Yeah, number 5, I got Connor McDavid. Kind of an off year for him. I wouldn't say off year, just injuries have kind of not helped his chances at all of winning it this year. The number 4, I got his teammate Leon Draisaitl. He's been good this year. Number 3, Nikita Kucherov. I feel like every game that guy plays, he gets 2-3 points. He's been very good. And then number 2, I actually have Connor Hellebuck. I think it's hard to not consider him for the Hart this year. And then number 1, I got Nathan MacKinnon. I think he's leading points from second place by like 10 or something like that. So 6. Okay. Well,
Close
same
enough.
thing.
You say Kucherov at 3?
Yes, Kucherov at 3.
All right, I missed that. Okay, Carter, what do you got?
All right. So number 5, I got Zach Werenski. Again, I think that he's been the MVP for Columbus this year. I know I didn't have him over Hughes or Makar or anything, but again, those guys are playing with some very good players, and Werenski really doesn't have a guy like Elias Pettersson, Brock Besser, or Nathan MacKinnon, Natchez, anything like that, right? Werenski's kind of by himself, so I think that he deserves to be there. Number 4, I got Nikita Kucherov, 31 goals, 70 assists, 101 points. He's been very good for Tampa this year. Could end up winning the Art Ross if he gets hot here late. So we'll see what happens with that. Number 3, I got the Rocket Richard winner, Leon Draisaitl, 49 goals, 52 assists for 101 points as well. Goal scoring is absolutely unbelievable from this guy. I think he scores from everywhere on the ice, so very impressed with him. Number 2, I have Nathan MacKinnon, 29 goals, 78 assists for 107 points. He is going to probably win the Art Ross and is the second MVP in the league, but I don't think that we can take away from this generational season from Connor Hellebuck.
Yeah, I agree. Hellebuck at number 1. That's a good pick. All right, my top 5. Number 5, I'm actually going with Werenski. So same as Carter there. I think Werenski's had just a insane year. The amount of value that he brings to the Blue Jackets is unmatched. Like, to be honest, where is Columbus right now without Zach Werenski? I don't even think they're even close to a playoff spot. Number 4, I'm going with Draisaitl. And again, this is a little bit difficult. I think Draisaitl can still very well win, and he's an elite goal scorer, elite player. I think he's been awesome. And again, I'm not saying that the gap between Draisaitl and Kucherov, who I have at number 3, is like an insane gap. But to be honest, it's a pretty close gap. But I think that Kucherov is just better than Draisaitl this year. I value Kucherov more than Dry. Number 2, give me Nathan MacKinnon. McKinnon's been lighting it up this year. Most points in the league, as Jack said. He's leading by a decent margin there as well. Likely going to be the Ross score. And then number 1, give me Connor Hellebuck, who has also had a phenomenal season this year. And yeah, that is our award ballots. You can let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Again, you guys will see that we have been putting them, like, I put them on a list so you guys can read them off. But yeah, those are our award ballots, and we'll get back with the regularly scheduled episode.